Hi, I'm Jono, and if you're new here, I do pencil drawings. In the previous video, I spoke about cheap pencils versus expensive pencils, so if you want to go back and find out all the information you can possibly want about pencils, just go take a look at that video first. But one of the pencils I spoke about in that video were the new Faber-Castell Pit Graphite Matte pencils. Their goal in creating these was to try and tackle one of the biggest problems that pencil artists face, which is the shine that you get when you try and get really dark tones. I've spent the majority of my career trying to find methods of getting pencils to go as dark as possible without having that reflective shine. And so when I heard that Faber-Castell were working on a product to tackle that problem, I was super excited. Full disclosure, Faber-Castell did send me this pack of pencils to test out and review, and they are sponsoring this video, but I would never review a product on this channel that I don't personally believe in or work with, and that review will be an honest review. So for those of you who are just getting started with pencil drawing, you might not have encountered the problem with graphite shine. I think you very quickly reach a point with pencil drawing that you want to try and get rich contrast to really make your drawings pop and look lifelike, or just have a large impact. And when you start trying to do that, you realize that the shine becomes present very quickly. And it's a daily struggle. The catch is that once you start pushing hard to get those rich tones, the graphite starts to reflect light, which kind of defeats the point. And that's where the Pit Graphite Matte pencils come in. Faber-Castell did a great job in reducing the reflection in these pencils. They also go all the way up to 14B, which is really soft graphite, making a super dark tone. My next concern with these was that they might not blend well with normal graphite pencils, and for those of you who have experimented with charcoal and graphite, you know that there's a special kind of pain with trying to get those two mediums to blend, and it's a really difficult struggle. With these pencils, I was able to blend them together with no distinct differences, which is really great. The biggest question is the reflection completely gone with these pencils? And the answer is no, it's not completely gone. But compared to normal graphite pencils, it's a huge step in the right direction. But compared to charcoal, it's just not quite as dark. I can also feel a slight waxy residue in the pencil, which doesn't quite feel like graphite. It reminds me a little bit of a pencil crayon, but not quite. So I think what Faber-Castell were trying to do with this pencil was land somewhere in the middle, trying to remove the shine while still being able to blend it with normal graphite pencils. And the way to do that was to introduce a bit of color to the mixture, but not too much so that it stops feeling like you're working with a pencil. The task they're trying to achieve here is really difficult, and some compromises had to be made. But I'm thrilled that this product exists and has become a staple in my toolset. I'm going to try and show you some examples of these pencils being used, how they blend in with normal graphite, maybe throw in a comparison against charcoal, and so you can really see where these pencils lie, which is quite an exciting space. So we have two Faber-Castell 9000 pencils, 6B and 8B. Two of the matte black pencils here, so this is a 6B, and then the darkest we can get, which is 14. And then just for reference, we've got some charcoal pencils over here as well. So we're just going to draw, this is with the normal Faber-Castell 9000, this is a 6B. And let's get a look at the 8B. And then here's the 6B. And then this is the 14B. You can definitely see the difference. They're progressively darker. So the 6B is close to the 6B. I did press a little bit harder there. And then just for reference, here is a charcoal pencil. And then I also just want to show you how blending the pencils work. So that's just some normal pencil. And let's blend that in with a 14. So this is kind of the hardest challenge, is to blend to the extreme. So you can see the transition when in the reflection, but from top down, they blend in really easily. What I want to show you here, the struggle that I've had with charcoal. So same situation now. So using my 8B again, and trying to blend that with charcoal. It starts getting a bit patchy. The charcoal tries to sit on top of the graphite. It's really difficult to try and blend those two. You can see the textures are just so different. But if you do it the other way around, you immediately get a reflection from the graphite. It immediately goes super dark. And you can see that harsh line. I'm really not even pressing hard. So this is charcoal here into charcoal underneath the pencil, that's just pencil. This here is the Faber-Castell matte black into normal pencil, and the contrast is much, much easier to see. I also want to give a shout out to my incredible Patreon community. They're busy working on an art competition which I set up for them, and Faber-Castell have sponsored a bunch of these pencils for the winners of that competition. So if you're interested in taking part in competitions like that, you can head over to my Patreon community to check it out, or also just get some insight into the drawing process. If you've also worked with these pencils, I'd be interested to hear what your experience has been like. So please let me know in the comments if you like them or if you don't like them, what about them you love, what about them you don't like. Yeah, it's a really interesting product and I'm still wrapping my head around it all. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, it always helps the channel out in a huge way. As always, thanks for the support and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.